Love triangle confession. I woke up at 3 a.m. to muffled sobs coming from the bathroom, the kind of crying you only hear when someone's trying desperately not to be hurt. My wife sat on the cold tile, knees pulled tight to her chest, her wedding ring glinting under the harsh light. I asked her what was wrong, half expecting to hear about work, her parents, maybe even something I'd done. Instead, she stared at me with red-rimmed eyes and said, "I've been in love with your sister since our wedding day." I laughed at first, thought it was the exhaustion talking, but she wasn't joking. She told me about how it started right after the rehearsal dinner, how every glance and touch between them felt like a secret waiting to explode. All the late-night girls' nights, the sudden inside jokes, the tension I dismissed as sibling rivalry, she laid it out like a confession. I felt my stomach drop, thinking back to every time I walked in on them giggling in the kitchen, arms brushing, eyes lingering just a little too long. I stormed out into the hallway, my mind racing, only to find my sister sitting on the stairs, wide awake, eyes swollen from crying too. She didn't say a word, just looked at me like she already knew what I'd heard. The silence between us felt like a chasm, my wife's voice echoing in the background, my sister's guilt written all over her face. The three of us ended up in the living room, truths spilling out faster than we could process, old wounds and hidden feelings laid bare in the glow of the TV we'd left on hours before. In the end, the real betrayal wasn't just between lovers, it was realizing I'd built my life around people who were never truly mine, who were always reaching for something, or someone, else. As dawn broke, I wondered if the reason I'd never truly felt at home in my marriage was because, deep down, I always knew I was the outsider in my own story.